What's up? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of My Take. So this one, as y'all can see, I'm doing it on Caitlin Clark. And I think the way that they doing this young lady is a very disservice to her because the way that she's getting famous is due to an unfortunate way, right? And what I mean by that is the reason she became famous. A lot of the reason that Caitlin Clark has became famous is due to the incident of what happened between her and Angel Reese. Okay. It was this situation. This right here is the reason Caitlin Clark has became famous. She has always been a phenomenal player. Okay. She's always was a great player, but nobody paid attention to women's sports. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that they had to wait to the way that Angel Reese reacted to her, and as a way for them to start painting Angel Reese as a villain. I don't like the fact that they tried to put one player down just to uplift another. And that's what they did for Caitlin Clark. They uplifted her and while simultaneously downplaying Angel Reese. They called Angel Reese classless. They called her everything in the book. They called a team dirty debutantes, right? She dealt with a lot of disrespect. Now I'm saying Caitlin Clark is a really good player, right? But if her gameplay and the way that she shoots and how far she shoots is a phenomenon, is the reason why they so big on her, then why don't y'all big up Juju Watkins? Because she shoot just as far. I've seen it on several games. She's a freshman averaging 27.1 points a game. Nobody is paying attention to her. What, because it's her first year? No, that's not the reason. The reason why you got a Caitlin Clark that's now famous is because of they made it racial. It's the same thing as the Eminem effect. Eminem is one of the highest paid rappers that ever rapped. Why? It's not because my culture bought his music. His culture supported him. And so that's what they're doing now. To 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 basically stick it into a person like Angel Reese's face. Let me go ahead and give her this this reward. And to also to Ice Cube, I mean, as well. Because Ice Cube and Angel Reese is a reason for Caitlin Clark's success, whether people want to admit it or not. The media, Ice Cube, and Angel Reese is the reason for is the reason for her success. Because of how little the WNBA pays women players, and the fact that Ice Cube offered her $5 million. Ice Cube offered $5 million. And then you got people like Draymond Green, other people that didn't want her to go to the big three to help them out, right? They end up giving her the money and they made it up in endorsements, NIL deals. That's the reason why she's as big as she is. It ain't nothing because she what she done. People want to combat what they thought was, getting back at Angel Reese. They thought, okay, well, I'm gonna support her even more. That's what I'm gonna do. That's the reason why we're talking about Caitlin Clark. Yes, she's good. Just like Diana Taurasi. She was a really good player. It ain't nothing that Caitlin Clark can do that Diana Taurasi didn't do. It ain't nothing that Caitlin Clark can do that Maya Moore didn't do. It ain't nothing that she can do that Juju Watkins didn't do. She's not doing nothing special. But the difference is they made her the public darling because of Angel Reese. That's why they painted Angel Reese as the bad girl. The same thing that Angel Reese did to her, she did to South Carolina. One was acceptable, one wasn't. It was acceptable when Caitlin Clark did it, right? And it wasn't acceptable when Angel Reese did it. When Angel Reese did it, it was very classless, right? So basically, what y'all experiencing is what her culture does if they feel that she's being disrespected by someone of my demographic. That's what they do. They get behind the player. Tell me I'm lying. They get behind the player just like they did. Now she got what, about $3 million in NIL deals. That's to combat the fact that she's going to only be making about 76 plus thousand for her first year, a little bit more than that if you add it up all together. You know what I'm saying? That's why they doing that, because there's no way for you to really truly justify her skipping out on $5 million, something that she wouldn't make even if she played 15 years in the league. She not going to even make $5 million. But they cover that up by giving her the NILs. And y'all think that it is by design. Man, them people, I'm telling you, they would go to bat for their own kind. And it's just, it ain't nothing wrong with that. But this is what you're experiencing. You're not experiencing, just somebody, oh, she's just such a phenomenon. Like, come on now. There's so many others. Cheryl Miller, right? You got Lisa Leslie, Candace Parker. You got a whole bunch of people that did a lot of great things when it came to this women's sport. Why is she the one that just somehow, oh, we just gotta have her? She just did. Because Diana Taurasi was that. But why is she different? The reason she's different is because of the reaction from Angel Reese and the offer that she got from Ice Cube. She is the I guess according to the NCAA, she's the highest scorer in the history of college basketball. Even though you got Pearl Moore, right? She got 4,061 points in her career, which is more than what Caitlin Clark actually scored. But they're not going to count hers, which is, it's funny to me. You're not going to count someone who scored 4,061 points throughout her career. You're not going to count that, but you're going to count this. I don't know what was the difference, but hey, let's just say we giving it to Caitlin Clark. Cool. But I'm letting y'all know the reason why she is as famous as she is. It ain't nothing that she's doing that's special or different from anybody else, because Juju Watkins can can shoot just as far. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody think that I'm just making this stuff up, I will show you guys. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to the CNN article. I'm gonna show you guys so y'all can see what it is that I'm talking about. Okay. All right. So look at this. This is emotional. Angel Reese says she has been attacked so many times and threatened since winning. Oh, if it's not racial, why has she been threatened? Okay. So don't come in here saying that I'm race baiting. I'm not. I think that it's sad that you got somebody that's just as good as Caitlin Clark and Caitlin Clark, two people, one getting a different type of treatment and the other one getting the betterment of the treatment, but they're both good for the sport of the game. Okay. They could have created the bird and bird and magic type of scenario. They didn't have to degrade Angel Reese the way they did, the dirty debutante and all that. So let's look at it. LSU star Angel Reese said that she has been attacked so many times over the past year as her team bowed out of the women's basketball tournament. Bowed out. To say that young lady bowed out, y'all don't listen to word plays. Bowed out. That is disrespectful. That is disrespectful. Now, if you'd have said after a loss to the Iowa, Hawkeyes in the NCAA tournament, okay, that's acceptable, right? Because that's the right way. But to say that she bowed out, y'all gotta pay attention to these word plays. Reese and LSU lost 94-87 in the Elite Eight against Caitlin Clark, inspired Iowa. Okay, against Caitlin Clark, inspired Iowa. Okay, so when she loses, it's everybody else's fault, but when she wins, it's Caitlin Clark. Come on now. All right, a much anticipated repeat of last season title game. Now, why was it anticipated? Why did they put LSU? Because everybody disagreed up until the point that Iowa won. Before Iowa won, a lot of people was upset that they put LSU in the same bracket as Iowa. Why? Because they didn't want to see that again. They didn't want to see the possibility of Angel Reese and her team beating, okay, Caitlin Clark and them again. They wanted to see revenge. They wanted revenge at all costs. And when I'm talking about I'm talking about the media and people that are the people that doesn't like other demographics for their differences. Okay. It said after what could have been the final game of her college career, a tearful Reese spoke about what she endured since winning the 2023 NCAA title, saying, "I've been through so much. I've been attacked. I've been through so much. I've been attacked so many times, death threats. I've been sexualized. I've been threatened." Okay. It says CNN has contacted LSU to offer the university the opportunity to comment. And this is another reason why I feel like it was disrespect. When they lost Iowa, right? When Iowa lost, they focused on Iowa. Iowa was invited to the White House. Iowa was treated like the victor, while LSU getting downgraded and downplayed. Iowa is getting, treated as if they won. I wonder did the LSU, I wonder did they invite LSU to the White House after they lost to Iowa, even though it was a championship. I wonder if they extended that same type of invitation. I've been through so many things that I've stood strong every single time. I just try to stand strong for my teammates because I don't want them to see me down. But the media, they want to see you down. Media and people that don't like you for your differences want to see you down. Okay? I'm still a human. And she's still a baby. That's the part that people don't understand. They couldn't stand the fact that this girl won, right? And the other person that they wanted to win lost. And you got mostly grown people. It's sickening how much race stuff is still in sports. It's sickening. And it's sick that you got somebody that are okay with each other. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are okay with each other. Okay? They are very fine with each other. But we're going to still demonize one and we're going to uplift the other. We're going to uplift the other. CNN has contacted the university the opportunity to comment. Reese added that she hasn't been happy since winning the last year's title. LSU first NCAA women's basketball championship, but still wouldn't change anything. During the last year, the 21-year-old approached Caitlin Clark and made a "you can't see me" gesture. Yes, after Caitlin Clark did that to um South Carolina. Okay. So that was in defense, and that was a rebuttal to that. Okay. Popularized the WWE star John Cena before pointing to her finger in apparent reference to her soon to be acquired championship ring. That was one of the most talked about moments from what turned out to be the most watched women's college basketball game in history. Okay. And much was made of the rivalry because of the two players before Monday's rematch. Okay. That was the most talked about moment, as I was just telling y'all. Why was it talked about? Because the person that they wanted to win lost. And the taunting, it wasn't okay if it wasn't Caitlin Clark. Okay. Now, what Caitlin Clark is going to experience, and I'm not one of them, she's going to experience the LeBron James effect, because you're going to have media keep uplifting her, even in the bad games. It's going to be what she hasn't did, right? And you're going to make people turn on her. So while y'all doing that young lady a disservice, like by continue to talk about her, uplift her. She haven't played a game in the WNBA, right? You don't know how she's going to do, and you're going to think that, oh well, we're gonna focus on Caitlin Clark. We're gonna undermine Juju Watkins. We're gonna undermine Angel Reese. We're gonna undermine Cardoso. We're gonna undermine all these players. We're just gonna focus on Angel Reese. And I'll guarantee y'all, just like the NBA is declining, y'all going to decline as well. You know, you got to give all these young ladies their respect. She's not a better player than Diana Taurasi. So why are we putting her on a much higher pedestal? Y'all doing it a disservice. Y'all really are. She said Angel Reese has said that she has been cast the villain role, which I stated. And I haven't even read this article. Okay. I just knew that it talked about some of the stuff that I wanted, that I'm pretty much going to address. Okay. They gave her the villain role for doing that. Why? Was it about basketball? Was it about how classless she really was? No. These people don't like my culture. They don't like us for our differences. That's what it was about. That's why she got all this money, to be in combat to Ice Cube, to justify her not taking the $5 million. You know what I'm saying? So I feel bad for Caitlin Clark, because what the media is going to do to her is not even her fault. She ain't come out and said nothing, no slurs or anything. She didn't say anything. She just played the game. And what she did wasn't nothing wrong with it. And I'm here to tell y'all, it was nothing wrong with what she did. The part that was wrong, it was the fact that people that don't like you for your differences demonize the person that actually won the championship for whatever reason. But man, that's all I got for now, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I think it's time now, that we got to call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? The WNBA can be great if they shine light on everybody. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. My take, and I'm out.